Thank you for joining us amid your tight schedule, in particular from the US and from the UK, two splendid guest speakers we have, and we do appreciate their attendance. Now, can we start the symposium session? At the opening, why did I plan this symposium? I'd like to touch upon that first. I am Matsumoto, a journalist. I used to work for the Asahi Shimbun, and currently I am a visiting fellow at Keio University's KGRI. At Asahi newspaper, I worked as an investigative journalist and editor-in-chief of the Asahi Shimbun's opinion website Ronza. I also served as the director of the project called Newspapers and Wars, which was an in-depth examination on the media's war responsibility in the Sino-Japanese War and World War II after the Manchurian incident in 1931. As the originator of this symposium and as a proponent of the project called Media and Trust Buildings, which includes the symposium, I would like to tell you why are we launching the discussion today. As you all know, on February 24th of this year, the Russian army began its inexcusable aggression on Ukraine. The experts' prediction that this would never happen was easily overturned. And it seems that this was protracted, and the Russian is trying to disseminate fake videos powered by AI. So this war on information is intensifying. So this war is a hybrid war in the age of social networking and digital age. So the theater, there are 5, like land, sea, air, outer space, and cyber, and the 6th one, that is the battle area attacking on human brains by distorting the judgment and cognitive functions by providing them with shocking information. There are things that many experts point out. So the reliability of information is a critical theme, how we can ensure and establish good trust in the media. On March 20th, the New York Times drew attention to an article with this title, "Truth is Another Front in Putin's War." According to this report, President Putin, in order to justify the invasion, which he himself ordered, there's some drug-addicted neo-Nazis in Ukraine, or a US biochemical weapons factory isn't there. By spreading which mass fake rumors, he argues that the war is being waged against an enemy in the West who is worse and more vicious. So it is pointed out that he is trying to create alternative reality. Alternative reality is such a horrible word, but after the Brexit and 2016 Trump win over the US presidential race, big wave of post-truth has swallowed up Japan, and we need to recognize its consequences. The post-truth watershed has separated the pre-2016 and post-2016 world in a nutshell. In other words, emotionally resonant lies are far more significant in shaping public opinion than objective facts. And the common sense that we have held has been destroyed, and our shared worldviews have been destroyed. This was pointed out by experts. And the media and journalism needs to demonstrate its true value, but we are in a very difficult situation. And the 2021 September report by the Reuters Institute for the Study of Journalism, Dr. Benjamin Toff belongs to, and the report says overcoming indifference. What attitude toward news tell us about building trust? When I read it, I came across the following two interesting passages. Many people still regard the news as rather dodgy. And another one is that in spite of this, people need a reliable source of information to understand and guide the world. These two seemingly contradictory messages are, so to speak, sustained based on that people are aware of. The two sentences are supposed to be put together through a bridge called media, but the power of media is weakening due to the decline of trust in media. The following is a summary of the watershed debate over the state of media and journalism in 2016 and beyond. The key words are trust and engagement. I'd like to point out one thing about the trust. Is it really transmitting reliable information based on accurate reporting? Are the data on which they are based reliable and verifiable? So the issue is that there's no way for the public to verify the accuracy of data or reporting contents. So in other words, the field of news has become a black box, which does not have any means of mechanism for confirming a source of trust from the outside. The situation has become more clearly visible to the public in the digital era. Big tech like GAFA reigns in the internet space with an influence that rivals that of nations. The media didn't anticipate this coming. So trust in information in the digital age, what does it mean? This discussion has not been done much, and we did not see any action taken by media to try to take accountability voluntarily. In fact, it has been rare for us to have an open and thorough discussion, because the reason behind this is the media's arrogance and belief that the information we send out should be trusted by the public. However, in these days, it's inevitable for the media to tackle with this most basic theme. So I would like to have discussion on the purpose of media in the digital age and the relationship between the media and civil society. This symposium was planned as a kick-off event for that purpose to deepen that discussion. When we turn our eyes outward, we see that the world now has a new way of building trust among readers and viewers. An alternative method efforts to certify and assess various media based on certain indicators and criteria have begun. One of the most representative examples of this is Sally Lerman's initiatives at the International Consortium, the Trust Project. Sally-san is the CEO of the organization. I had the opportunity to hear directly from Ms. Lerman's during my trip to the US in 2019 and was deeply impressed by her efforts in developing the project into a major success, which led to the birth of this symposium. I would like to once again send my heartfelt respect to Ms. Lerman for her efforts to build the organization into what it is today after years of discussions with prominent media executives and persuading them to join the project. The Reuters Institute for the Study of Journalism at the University of Oxford in the UK has also published a series of digital news reports on the US, the UK, Brazil, and India. The reports give us the analysis results on the issue of media and trust by analyzing data on online news and trust in the news by the public in the 4 countries I mentioned. I would like to thank Dr. Benjamin Toff, the head of the Trust in Media Project, for joining us. I would like to learn humbly from these new initiatives in the world and then consider how to build new trust in the media and in the digital age in an environment where the objectivity of the university can be guaranteed. This is also the reason why I have planned this symposium. I'm sure many of you might fed up with the debate for the sake of media, but this time that's not the case. We would like to launch this time that we're going to focus on what is needed to create an audience-centric media that puts readers and viewers at the center by proving higher accuracy then transparency and accountability, and what kind of initiatives are needed to develop democratic society, which is in crisis in the digital age. What is the role of public media in this context? What kind of dialogue is needed to build trust in the media while overcoming differences in ideas and positions? Now, let us start the symposium.